Okay, I'll be back in a moment.
On the side of a busy highway, Saanich Police Constable Erin Wagg makes her way back to her car to write up a ticket. But with car after car flying by her, she's having to exercise her patience, unable to get back into her vehicle until the traffic clears.
As you can see, I could not get back into my car.
As a member of the CRD's Integrated Road Safety Unit, it's something Constable Wagg and her team see a lot of. Drivers who don't seem to know about a law that has been in place for nearly 4 years.
Stopped you for not moving over when there's emergency vehicles on the side of the road. You know, we've been forcing it for a couple weeks and we've been stranded outside our cars trying to get in, stuck in our car, not being able to open up the door because the cars are just flying by in the close lane when they've got the whole wide open lane to the left.
The law says that if you see an emergency vehicle on the side of the road with its lights flashing, you must slow down and move over if it's safe. If the speed is marked as 80 kilometers or higher, you have to slow down to 70. If it's under 80, you have to slow to 40.
Slow down! Slow down! And move over!
You may have seen this public service announcement reminding you about the law, but police say the message still isn't getting through. In fact, some drivers are pretty upset with the $173 ticket and the 3 points on their license.
I've got people telling me that it's not fair that I'm giving them a ticket for failing to slow down and move over, saying that what's the big deal when I'm almost getting hit out here.
Police say right here on the side of the road is basically their office, and they say your place of work is probably safe, so why can't theirs be?
It is scary. This is my job and we're out here enforcing the laws, and when we can't, you know, vehicles are weapons and they're big and heavy, and so if they run into us, we're kind of done.
I take this job on to keep the public safe, but I'm not going to give up my life to keep the public safe by being hit by somebody who doesn't understand that this law has been in effect for almost 4 years now.
Chevy Cavalier, gray in color, all by itself.
And why the message about the law isn't getting through has police scratching their head.
People who don't watch TV, who don't get the newspaper, there's the internet. So go to the ICBC website. There's a Drive Smart BC site that has some really great information. So it's up to the driver to know what all the laws of the road.
But Royal Roads Communication and Culture Professor Gilbert Wilkes has a few ideas as to why the message isn't being heard, and he says it starts with a complicated law.
The problem is, are you slowing down according to the formula? So you have to slow down 20 kilometers per hour and so forth. If you're above a certain threshold, if you're below a certain threshold, there's another number altogether. Are you making those calculations in your head? Or can you make those calculations in your head on the fly when you see a code bar? Well, maybe, maybe not.
Wilkes also says it's not just about the law itself, but also the messaging.
You know, a YouTube video and once a year a big crackdown isn't going to do it. This is the sort of thing that requires constant reinforcement. This is the sort of thing that requires a message campaign. This requires Mothers Against Drunk Driving sort of push.
But until that happens, the current campaign will roll until the end of the month. In Saanich, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn.